Tense situation in the WNBA. Light sanctions and Fever versus Sun fight reignite debate over Caitlin Clark's protection. The penalties, following the altercation between Indiana and Connecticut, highlight the league's lack of effective measures to protect its biggest star. The WNBA is once again under scrutiny. On Wednesday, ESPN journalist Alexa Filippo reported that the league will not suspend any players involved in Tuesday's altercation between the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. The situation is especially sensitive, as one of the main targets was Caitlin Clark, currently the most high-profile and marketable figure in women's basketball. During the third quarter of the game, Connecticut guard J.C. Sheldon elbowed Clark in the face while defending her. Clark responded with a shove, which led to a scuffle in which Marina Mabrey, also from the Sun, knocked her down. Mabrey was assessed a flagrant foul too, which carries a fine but no suspension, while Sheldon was ejected from the game but received no further punishment. Fans voiced concern over league's response. This isn't an isolated incident. Clark has been the subject of repeated physical contact throughout the season. In 2024, during a matchup against the Chicago Sky, then-guard Chennedy Carter delivered an off-ball shove to Clark. The league upgraded the foul to a flagrant one, issuing only a standard fine. There's a clear pattern. The league has been too lenient in penalizing plays that, while masked as competitive intensity, are clearly part of a broader intimidation strategy against Clark. This raises not only sporting concerns, but also questions about player safety. Clark has already missed 5 games due to a left calf injury, a vital asset to the WNBA's financial success. The lack of protection also threatens the business side of the league. Without Clark on the floor, the WNBA loses viewership. According to Front Office Sports, Indiana games without their star averaged 864,500 viewers. Her return against the New York Liberty drew over 2.2 million. Financially, Professor Ryan Brewer estimates that Clark could help generate more than $1 billion in revenue for the league this season. Caitlin Clark is not just a player. She is the commercial, media, and sporting engine of the WNBA. Ignoring this reality with token penalties sends the wrong message, that attacking the league's most valuable asset has no real consequences. The WNBA now faces an urgent responsibility to protect its most important player, not just for fairness on the court, but for the long-term health and future of professional women's basketball. The WNBA was once again thrust into the national spotlight, but not for a buzzer-beater or record-breaking stat line. Instead, the conversation this week revolved around an on-court scuffle between the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun, an incident that, while short-lived in real time, left a lasting echo in the discourse surrounding league culture, officiating standards, and most pressingly, the treatment of rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. It was the fourth quarter of a heated game. The Fever, still finding their rhythm in a transitional season, were trailing the season's Sun. Tension had been simmering throughout, a cauldron of elbows, box-outs, and hard screens that had become almost routine in games involving Clark. With her meteoric rise from NCAA icon to professional star, the rookie's presence seemed to attract not just defenders, but scrutiny, skepticism, and, increasingly, contact that bordered on dangerous. What finally boiled over was a hard foul. Some said it was excessive. Others called it intentional on Clark as she attempted a three from the wing. Before she hit the floor, her teammate Elia Boston charged into the fray, shoving the Sun's Duana Bonner, and within seconds, players were tangled, officials blowing whistles, benches half-emptied in hesitation. The league responded swiftly. Sanctions came within 24 hours. Fines were handed out. One suspension was issued to a bench player who stepped too far onto the court. But what stood out, like an exclamation point in a room of trailing ellipses, was what didn't happen. The player who made contact with Clark received only a flagrant 1 foul, no suspension, no fine, just a technicality in the box score. This decision reignited an ongoing and complex debate. Is Caitlin Clark being protected enough by the league and its officials?